Welcome to United Country, Country Lifestyles. Brought to you by Riverside Realty and Auction. Come along as we travel highways, byways, hills, and fields of this extraordinary and majestic region. Sit back, relax, and enjoy United Country, Country Lifestyles.
Hey, can I get in on this?
Come right on.
Hi folks, welcome to United Country, Country Lifestyles. I'm out here in Grassy Spur today with my good friend Wayne Stevens. Wayne, how you doing?
Doing just fine, just fine.
Appreciate you letting us come out today. Wayne's in the logging and sawmill business. He's going to tell us a little bit about from the tree through the whole process down through his mill.
This job here is it's a mechanized logging operation. We have a cutter, a mechanized cutter. It takes place of about 4 men. It's a lot safer. We've got 3 skidders pulling from it. It comes here and they put them on the truck, take them to the mill. That's where we process them up, which you'll see later. Basically, what we're cutting here is salvage trees where they're going to cover up from strip jobs. So if we don't cut them, they're going to be lost. Yeah. That's right.
What's going on behind us here, Wayne?
Okay. The trees have just been brought out of the woods to the loader. The lady on the loader right there right now is doing what we call bucking. She pulls in, cuts them up to tree lengths, puts them in a pile. The truck will be in a few minutes and she'll load it out and it'll go to the sawmill. It's a real interesting operation. I love logging. I mean, that's been my life. I love it. But this lady right here running the loader is not as good as you'll see on a loader.
There's a big difference between this and the cross-cut saw and the double bit axe.
I have done it from the time you rolled them on a truck with a cane hook to now.
Yeah.
So we don't even have a cane hook on the job.
So this job's a whole lot better job than what it was 50 years ago.
Definitely. We have some jobs that are manual. You know, we cut the trees with the power saws. Everything is done by hand. This is the only mechanized job we got because the country's so steep in here. It's hard for anybody to run a cutter in this area. But this boy who runs this job right here is excellent on the cutter. He can put the trees on the ground, and the people running the skidder don't even have to do anything but just drop out of the skidder and hook the cable up. No hard work to it whatsoever, and nothing really dangerous. You get to cutting the trees with the power saw, it's a whole different ball game. It's not if you get hurt, it's when you get hurt. How bad?
Good clean job. We were on this job, and the roads are all good, and not a lot of erosion or anything to worry with.
We have to do everything by state standards. You know, we have the forestry department coming out here and giving us feedback on what we're doing and how we have to do it. Which this job here, working in front of that strip job, is a little different. Yeah. You know, they're not. They know it's going to be what's going to happen to it. So you know, give 6 months to run. Now this is probably level. And you can whirl around and look to the strip job over there and you can tell this is exactly what I'm talking about.
Well, it's a whole lot better to take these trees and get some use out of them, push them down into a hole somewhere.
That's exactly right, and then the company that owns them, they get some money out of it that way. And if we don't cut them, nobody's going to get anything except the coal. Mm-hmm. And the company that owns the land has nothing to do with the coal. So it's and that gives him a break right there.
Yeah.
But it's like I said, I've got 6 crews running, and besides another probably 25 or more suppliers that comes into the mill that just yard loaders.
Yeah. Folks, thank you for joining us today. We appreciate you being with us. We're going to go down to Clinch River Forest Products to see how this stuff's sawed up and see some of the different mechanization processes down there. Stay with us. Appreciate you joining us.
Kersey Properties LLC of Bluefoot, Virginia has selected United Country, Riverside Realty and Auction Incorporated to market its 80,000 square foot warehouse facility. The warehouse was specifically designed and was formerly leased to a major grocery chain which bottles beverages for distribution nationwide. This clean, well-maintained facility can be recertified for food warehousing and distribution. The building offers 4 loading docks with right height dock locks and Kelly dock levelers. There are 2 grade level roll-up doors as well as 3 personnel doors. Also offered are restrooms, break rooms, and 2 offices that oversee operations. The building has 25 feet of overhead clearance and has natural gas heaters. The property is located in Tazewell County with water and sewer services provided by the county. Energy-efficient motion-censored aisle lighting has been installed along with being pre-wired for keyless entry system. There's also a high-capacity parking lot to accommodate large trucks and tractor-trailers. Virginia is highly ranked as a business-friendly state, and we do want your business. If you're considering a business move, please come and take a tour of this move-in ready property. The warehouse is located 110 miles west of Roanoke, Virginia, inside a Virginia Enterprise Zone, Hub Zone, and Foreign Trade Zone, and is ideally positioned in the heart of Southwest Virginia's coal and gas region. Just 3 miles from the West Virginia line and approximately 75 miles from Kentucky. Access is easy to US 19460 and Interstate 77 and 81 are minutes away. County airports are close by with small jet capabilities. The area offers higher education with 3 colleges and 1 university. Excellent public school systems, modern hospitals, and shopping centers are located in the area. Your employees will discover that Bluefield weather is pleasant with 4 distinct seasons. Take advantage of local recreational areas such as Winter Place Ski Resort, Hatfield-McCoy ATV trails, Pipestem State Park, golf courses, lakes for fishing and boating, and more. Though small in size, Bluefield offers other attractions throughout the year such as Blue Jays baseball and numerous festivals. Sport shooting is available, as are 2 gyms. For more information on this property, call United Country Riverside Realty and Auction Incorporated.
Hi folks, welcome back to our show. We're down here about 5 miles west of Tazewell at a real big enterprise called Clinch River Forest Products. I'm here with one of the co-owners, Mr. Wayne Stevens. He's got an impressive operation here, folks. Wayne, tell us a little bit about what goes on here.
Well, the operation here, we take everything from the stump in the woods, take it through the whole process through the mill and back out as lumber. To give you kind of a detailed idea of what's going on here, when we come in with their logs, they'll come in to the scale house, they weigh them, they bring them up here and they unload them, separate the species. The reason we do the weighing and the scaling is so we got checks and balances so nobody gets, lose loads or whatever. Once they're scaled, they'll put them in the log piles per species. Then the loaders will put them down here where you see the knuckle boom at the mill, loading the deck going into the debarker. At that point, the logs will go through the debarker. There'll be, the bark took off so you won't be no mud or nothing like that going through the saws. And then it'll go through the process of the mill, and then it comes out at the green end. They stack it. Each species, we saw 1 species at a time. Whatever people wants to buy, we try to get what they need.
There's not much waste to this business the way you do it.
There's no waste whatsoever.
Tell us a bit what you do with your slabs that come off, your bark that comes off. Tell us how do you utilize that product.
Okay, the bark when it's debarked, will be hauled up here and we'll grind it and make mulch out of it for the yards and whatever, and then some of it goes for boiler fuel to make electricity and you know, other uses. The sawdust, basically the same thing. The chips goes to like the flooring, not flooring plants, but the paperwood mills where they make the paper out of, like Mead West Baco. The lumber, you know, we sell every stick of lumber comes out of here. There's nothing that comes through this mill that's not utilized.
Okay, what kind of, who are your customers generally, Wayne, and what applications they using this lumber for?
Okay, the lumber, a lot of it is going into flooring planks. You know, that's about the only thing that we actually sell here in the United States. And most of the softwoods will go into the dry kilns up into their partners' dry kilns, and it'll be dried, and most of it's going overseas.
Your partner has a hardwood flooring plant.
It has a hardwood flooring plant and also has the dry kilns.
Yeah. And some of that lumber, we've bought some of that lumber. My brother's bought it. It's exceptionally good hardwood flooring. It's solid hardwood, good tongue and groove.
It's determined hardwood flooring. It's the name of the hardwood flooring. And anybody's ever used it, they really
they go back to it. It's wonderful product.
It's good. Mike Turman is the partner on this right here, and you couldn't ask for a better partner. He's a very busy man, so my son runs the mill. Rick, you'll meet him here after a while. He's general manager of the sawmill, and he takes care of all that. Basically, I take care of the buying of the timber and the logging end of it.
Now this logging and sawmilling operation results in a lot of jobs being created in Tazewell County too, doesn't it?
We've got probably 85 employees ourselves, probably another 200 that is employed by, you know, independent contractors and people that's bringing logs into us. So it's a very, very big boost to Tazewell County.
Not much waste in this business?
No, we have no waste. We will sell everything somewhere.
So this could be considered a sustainable industry.
Yeah.
Because the trees are going to grow back.
They grow back. Yeah. Actually, if you select cut a boundary timber, you can cut that boundary timber roughly every 20 years. If you clear cut it, you're talking probably 50. So, you know, a lot of the stuff that we're getting is timber that's going to be tore up through these strip mines, and it's more or less salvage timber.
Wayne, we're sitting here looking at this tandem load of bark. Tell us a little bit about how this came to be up here and what you're going to do with it.
Okay, the bark comes from the logs that we're taking through the mill to you know, process and saw. The reason we take all the bark off is you know, to get the dirt out of the logs, and then you resell it. It'll go from here. We'll take it over and we'll run it through this grinder over here, and that grinder it'll run about it'll grind up about 25 ton of air or so, like that. Then we put it in the pile, and we either sell it to the mulch places like for the gardening and the yards or whatever, or either we'll take it to boiler fuel to places to make electricity. Right now we're got probably 500 tractor and trailer loads sitting here that we don't have a place to go with it, but hopefully by the 1st of August it will be till we can move it. So kind of one of those deals we don't have no choice over.
How far away do you buy timber and logs from, Wayne?
We try to stay within, say, a 4 or 5 county area right here. West Virginia, but less than 100 miles or under, because you just can't afford the transportation to get it to the mill if you get too far.
You've actively got crews that log yourself.
Yeah, I've actually got 6
standing timber.
Yes, we do, and we've got actually 6 crews that's logging right now. We buy a lot of timber off of these coal companies, private individuals, just wherever we find it. And as of now, we've got a good supply. But we're always looking to buy timber standing or logs off of somebody, either one.
I'm down here in the file room with my friend John Phillips here. John, this looks like a machine shop. Tell us what you're doing here.
Here we sharpen the saws, carbide, the round saws, and the band saws. You just, when saws come off, you bring them in, recondition them, hammer the tension back into them, sharpen the bits. We don't use stellite. There's several different types of saws. On the band saws, we just make new teeth. You swedge your tooth out, spread it back out, and just resharpen it back. You use the saw down as you go. Saw starts out, big saws start out around 11 inches, and they'll go down to about 8.5 if it don't get broke up, fatigued out before then.
Yeah.
The carbide, the round saws, you put new teeth on, just braze them back in. But it's pretty interesting.
Yeah. Well, thank you, John. Appreciate you telling us a little bit about what you're doing here.
When the hearts come out of the mill, they call them cants. They're like 3.5 by 6, 3.5 by 8, you know, just different lengths. We'll bring them down here and we'll bring them through this cutoff saw right here. Cut them off the lengths we want. They'll have this saw here. You see the gentleman changing their saws on the mill right here. We can saw anything from 7, 8 foot long, 1/2 inch thick to 3 inches thick, just whatever we need. And when it comes out on the chain down there, that gives us all of our pallet stock cut. We waste nothing. That's a sale that we wouldn't have. If we're sawing crib block for the mines, they'll kick off here and we'll stack them. And it's just a low grade part of the mill.
I'm here with Rick Stevens. This is Wayne's son. Rick's the general manager here at this operation. This is a pretty big undertaking you got right here to try to manage this. Tell us a little bit about what you do.
Well, pretty well just kind of the hub that the wheel turns on around here, I guess be the best way to put it. Anything that goes on, my hands are on it somewhere.
Yeah, anything goes wrong, you hear about it.
Anything goes wrong, I'm the first man to hear about it.
Yeah.
That's for sure.
Yeah. You like what you're doing?
I like it. I enjoy it. It has its times that gets aggravating, but other than that, I enjoy it.
Well, I appreciate you asking us down here today, Rick.
Oh, thanks
you.
Thanks
a lot.
Appreciate it.
Welcome to the show today, folks. We're here on Route 42 in Bland County at Blooming Idiots Greenhouse with Tom and Helen. Why don't y'all tell us about some of the selection y'all got?
We've got a great selection of hanging baskets. We've got fuchsia, wave petunias in all colors, rose moss, purslane, geraniums. We've got 6-inch pots, bedding plants, vegetables of all types, the cold stuff like cabbage and cauliflower, broccoli, all kinds of tomatoes and peppers. We specialize in some of the hot peppers. We have heirloom tomatoes. We have one whole greenhouse of almost 40 kinds of tomatoes. Of the
I've seen that.
Yeah, so we have a very large selection. Perennials. We do a little bit of shrubbery, herbs.
Yeah. Now y'all do wholesale and retail. Y'all wholesale a lot. Y'all do a lot of retail.
We do more retail than wholesale, but we do a fair amount of wholesale too.
Tom, y'all got 5 big greenhouses here. What's it take to go from the seeds to where you're at now, blooming and selling?
Well, we start pretty late in the season. We try to start later to keep from heating the houses a long time. Right. We start planting in the smallest house because it's easier to heat. Then we expand over to first one house and then another. But the amazing thing is, what people don't understand about our operation is we don't get but very, very few items in from other greenhouses. Everything you see here and everything that started in all the rest of the greenhouses,
took care of it.
We plant it from seeds or we plant it from cuttings. And the amazing thing is, when you look at the thousands and thousands of plants, there's only 2 of us here. Helen and I are the only 2 that work here.
A lot of overtime hours.
A lot of overtime hours, because she teaches, she substitute teaches and drives a school bus. I drive a school bus part of the time, and sometimes we're down here to midnight this time of year planting. And then we get up at 5 o'clock and we have the farm work to do and go through our normal day and back down here till 10, 11, 12 o'clock at night.
Full-time job.
It's a full-time job. But you remarked something about the heirloom tomatoes. Maybe a lot of people don't know the difference between an heirloom tomato and a hybrid tomato. Heirloom tomatoes, you can save the seeds and you can plant those seeds back and you'll get the true plant. A hybrid, if you plant the seeds from a hybrid plant, you may get a tomato, but it might be a cross plant from the parents, and it won't be the true tomato plant that you would be expecting.
I was always told the hybrids wouldn't grow. I mean, is that true for some or all? Or
they'll grow. Hybrids will grow. Heirlooms will grow. It all depends on what people like. Now, people like going through our list of our 40 heirloom tomatoes, and we type out lists, and they can see where they originated, how many days it takes them to mature, what color they are, what size they get, and they'll go and spend not hours, but they'll spend 20, 30 minutes going through and looking. That's what me and my
wife done. We looked at that list for a while when we picked ours up.
And it changes from year to year. We have some old standbys that we have every single year, and then we throw in 12 or 15 new ones for everybody to try.
Yeah.
And that goes really well. But a lot of people they'll come in and they won't plant a hybrid tomato. They'll come in and they'll only buy heirloom tomatoes. They'll go out with 12, 15 pots of their favorite ones.
Yeah. How many different heirlooms do y'all have this year?
We have approximately 40 this time.
40 different kinds. So something for everybody.
Hopefully something for everybody. There's striped ones and orange ones and black ones and purple ones and pink ones and yellow ones. So hopefully we have something for everybody.
Helen, what's your hours here if somebody wants to come buy some plants?
We're open 7 days a week. We're open usually from 6:30 till way past dark, because we're usually here till about 11:30 at night, and we live here, so we're around even then. Occasionally, because we have cattle, goats, we both drive school buses, we're not here. We've got a sign up that says, if you come and we're not here, go ahead, get whatever you need. There's a brick on the table, leave your money underneath, or come back and settle up later. The prices are on the wall by the door, and we're good to go.
That's about as good as it gets, isn't it?
Yes, it works for us. It always
has.
Folks,
I appreciate y'all having us today.
We thank you all for coming.
Thank you.
Y'all have a great day.
Looking for a farm nestled in the southwest mountains of Virginia? Here it is. 103 acres of fertile farmland, approximately 70 acres of open land. The rest is seeded in woods. The property is located in the southern part of Tazewell County, in the southwest mountains of Virginia. In addition to the beautiful farmland, this property features several barns capable of holding hay or livestock. As you drive into this beautiful farm, you'll notice the great views and the flowing river. So if you're looking to raise livestock or crops, this is a must-see property for you. For more information, call United Country, Riverside Realty and Auction Incorporated.